So you're probably wondering, 1, why am I even doing this review? And 2, why the hell this character? Well, for 1, it's because I'm literally bored. And 2, considering Rise of the Beast is on, well, just few months left, which is literally June. And considering this figure is literally, well, my childhood hunt to dream to literally come true, and it already did. And of course, considering this character was never made in Dark of the Moon line, considering that Hasbro didn't get the license of Ferrari because Mattel already owned that license because Michael Bay didn't even think this through, and considering there was a lot of controversy surrounding the overall Dark of the Moon in general, or just the overall sequel franchise in general. But considering this guy literally had a little bit more important in the video game, and of course there was also a sort of a release by Takara in Age of Extinction, even though it was a recolor of Sideways with a remold head. But now Studio Series released with their well, quote unquote Mirage, which is literally Dino, but of course this character is supposed to be Mirage, but considering he has nothing to do with Mirage and only just is literally too red and had an Italian accent, which Mirage is literally not a different sports car or literally a racing car, NASCAR sort of thing, and he can literally turn invisible, even though this character did turn invisible in the video game. But nevertheless, considering this guy was literally sold out immediately, and considering I didn't have budget, I waited a few years, and I was a bit skeptical if I wanted to get this or the fourth party one. Not going to get the Alien Attack one, no sir. But I gotta say, it's really neat. And of course, the CyberKnight-Miky here is going to review the Studio Series 71 Dino. And of course, the yada yada. Let's take a look at the overall box that has the cutout of the scene where Dino literally hatched on Hatchet and literally tossed him to the side on a goddamn car. Great job saving humanity, huh? But of course, here's the bio. And here, of course, we have him talk about how he literally attempted to stop Hatchet in a fucking bullshit way and literally just, well, he did murder someone. Well, anyway, let's toss this box out of the way because you already know about the cardboard cutout. But let's talk about the figure in general, shall we? So here is Dino in his red plastic glory. And what can I say? I do love the overall appearance of this Dino, even though it is a Michael Bay design. Granted, it doesn't look, well, too ugly. At least looking a little bit more appropriate instead of looking like a Einstein with a name from a James Bond film. Seriously, what the hell was that even the point of him? But anyways, as we take a look in the noggin, you can see the really, really detailed alien-ish face sculpt that all the Autobots literally look like. But this is, well, when I see this design, I really see Dino. And boy, does Hasbro finally made an attempt for, like, how long? Oh yeah, like goddamn, almost around 10 years. Or should I say, like, 9 years? But whatever. Who is really counting? No, actually 10 years. Never mind. But when Hasbro finally released this goddamn figure for once, I was actually hyped if I had money back then. But of course, I wasn't interested in the Studio Series at all. Only care about the quote-unquote the Bumblebee designs. But finally having it in hand, it's really fun to hold. I'm gonna say, it's really solid. And the overall articulation, such as the ball-jointed head, and of course the wrist swivel, and the double elbow joint, and of course the articulation is pretty smooth. Well, yes, he do have little bit outward movement, and the overall biceps swivel cannot go outward, which is a bit disappointing. I mean, when you're trying to do the on the guard and stay there, it looks a bit goofy. But there is some way to make it a little bit look cooler. Except for this one, that he literally looks like a goddamn gorilla. And I'm kind of thankful that DNA decided literally made a upgrade kit, because god damn it, these feet really needed a pivot. Because yeah, without a pivot and all of that such, it looks, balancing issue is pretty on point, and QC, oh boy. And of course the back, I mean, it's a deluxe, understandable. I mean, and of course, I don't give a damn, because who the fuck cares about the Dino's design back then? I mean, who really likes these designs? It's not me. Who am I even kidding? Of course I am. But of course, the overall price for one is literally there at 90 degrees. Let's just say that I do love the color scheme. Let's just say that. And of course, the size comparison. Here we have him next to, well, let's just say Wind Girl, Legacy Knockout, Studio Series, well, buzzworthy Bumblebee's release of Bone Crusher, or aka the Nest Bone Crusher. Still, I still don't understand how he's gonna convince the humans to literally think that he's an Autobot. Oh wait, that's right. The humans are goddamn assholes in those films, so never mind. Movie masterpiece Jazz, Backstabbing Prime, aka Sentinel Prime, but he doesn't deserve that name because he's a backstabbing son of a bitch. And Bayway's version of Studio Series Optimus Prime with the Jetwing add-on. So yeah, I really dig his design. Of course, I do wish that he has more articulation. I mean, these ones are also articulated, but really, what functions do they even serve? And of course, the accessories, he just does only come with his wrist blades that really does look cool, but what are you gonna do with them? I mean, you can either hold them, but it's only meant for adding on to his arms. So that's pretty much it. But let's not beat around the bush, and let's continue on with the overall transformation, shall we? First things first, you need to literally flip off the feet. Then you're gonna, well, everything is gonna be scary, considering everything is just made of transparent plastic. I mean, it's just clear plastic with paint on, which is for every collector is a nightmare. So you're gonna untap the overall back section. Then you need to flip the head back. Of course, don't bring these ones together. You need to actually, yeah, do that. Like so. Then you're gonna rotate the overall legs. Extend the hip sections. Then what you're gonna do is literally flip or fold up the overall roof section. Then you're gonna rotate the hood cap, and then you need to flip out the front rear. Then you need to swivel around the arms, just like so. Then you need to rotate the arms at 90 degrees, like so, and then swivel the arms so the tabs literally face each other. And then what you're gonna do, and also, of course, they need to fold in as well. You literally need them to literally come together and secure each other. Otherwise, everything will be a disaster. Just like life. Of course, before you continue onward, you can also store the weapons, which is pretty neat, on the overall roof, even though it is made of clear plastic, which is a bit scary, but you gotta toughen up like a man. Although I don't think they are gonna survive for long. Whatever. Oh, yeah, I forgot it. You need to fold this one when you're doing the overall robot mode, but oh well. Anyways, fold it up. Then what you're gonna do is just... Yeah, this is where the part is scary. You need to literally flip up the overall back panel there, but it really sounds scary when you're transforming this figure, not gonna lie. But you're almost done with this transformation, which is pretty neat. Let's just say that. And then you literally need to squeeze everything together like Play-Doh, even though you shouldn't do that, but hey, whatever. Oh boy. Oh boy. Come on. Come on. Hold on. Yeah. Come on, you son of a gun. Okay, you literally need to have the overall shoulder pylons underneath, so the arms literally just show up, literally just pretty much expose the bottom of the overall alt mode. But once you've done that, you literally need to tab these tabs into these holes of the door, and then you need to tap in the overall back wheels together, just like so. And once you're done, just like the first, same as the first, make sure everything is snug in, and then you have the Ferrari, no, Lamborghini, no, Pagani, no, fake Ferrari. Let's just say fake Ferrari. Denari sounds... Okay, I'll stop. Here we have him in his unlicensed sports car mode. And yeah, when you really had to figure out how not to be copyrighted by Mattel or Ferrari, and of course Ferrari didn't want him to carry any guns. Michael Bay, what were you even thinking when you picked Ferrari? For crying out loud, you sports car enthusiast. Anyway, before I rant even further and just fucking go nuts about Michael Bay, I do have to say, they did really give it a creative idea to actually have Dino as, well, looking like Ferrari, but not Ferrari at the same time. Which I do get that people do want the Ferrari, but let's be honest, copyright thing and the license issue is pretty much noted for Hasbro. Just in general, and considering Marvel also has the same issue of even trying to secure rights. Oops. I do have to say they actually did go further to make actually something pretty cool. Even though that the coloring may look a bit off, but it's nice. It's alright. What's not alright is the overall clear plastic they use. I mean, couldn't they just use black plastic? I mean, on clear plastic, it could have been better. I mean, who really gives a damn about clear plastic? I mean, sure, it's neat look, but what are you gonna see inside? Just car junk. Car junk? No, robot junk. That's what you're literally seeing in there. I mean, sure, it's a neat feature, but it would have been better if the overall glass is just smoke black instead of just clear. I just really don't get why Hasbro is so enthusiastic with clear plastic. Ah well, it does roll very well. That's a bonus. Anyway, size comparison, here we have it next to Knockout. Which, I gotta say, it is pretty much a deluxe size. That's for sure. And if you're gonna ask if I'm gonna transform Optimus Prime, not in this review, no. Just no. Not in general. If you want me to transform myself, well, first things first, you can leave this short video about me me talking about actually transforming all my Transformers stuff and actually give it 100 likes. And maybe if I reach the 1,000 sub goal, then I'll do that review or that video in general. But for now, right now I'm just gonna transform one in general and not all of them, or else I go crazy and I need to sleep. Overall, the Studio Series 71 Dino is quite a really good figure and a fun one at that. Of course, it could have been better with some either a pivot or some actually having a actually neat bicep rotation instead of just hindering by the overall shoulder panels, which in the overall CGI design it is accurate, but it could have been worked a little bit better. Let's be honest. And of course, get rid of the overall clear plastic for alt modes. I mean, we don't need clear plastic. Small plastic is just black windows. It works fine. Or blue. Just metallic blue or metallic black. Whatever. Just don't give us clear plastic. It has the high risk of breaking. Of course, not for all, but for some. And it is also a high risk. But, of course, this video is, well, just me just ranting about Dino in general. I mean, what he's just going to do? I mean, all he just did is just appear just a few minutes. I mean, he did die in the overall comic book. That is literally in the Doctor of the Moon comic book that in general. Yeah, he's supposed to die in the film, but changed it and gave Q the horrendous death. Well done trying to cover that spoiler, huh? Still, that's where you really need to work off your stuff. But that's all I had to say. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm sorry for that rant, but as always, if you want to see more of my rants and actually need content and such, actually make me even continuing to evolve a little bit better, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel a lot, and it means a lot for me if you do. And of course, hit the notification bell button as well if you want to be notified when my next video is going to, well, be available and when it's available. Still, I really need to work out my outro. But anyways, I hope you all are having a wonderful time. And as always, I'll see you all soon.